Chirs Torres, una pequeñita introducción a su extensa trayectoria. 26 años de experiencia trabajando en desarrollo de marca y marketing, y la mitad de ellos ya 13 años dirigiendo su propia compañía, Tourism Marketing Agency. Y es que, como él mismo dice, es una industria vibrante y en constante cambio. Y es que se trata de viajar, de conocer gente nueva y sobre todo aprender de otras culturas. Y Chirs comenzó a trabajar como ilustrador en una compañía de libros de educación infantil y de ahí dio el salto al diseño y empezó a crecer su interés por el mundo del marketing. Como él dice, pues se ha enseñado a sí mismo diseño gráfico, diseño web y marketing. Un autodidacta y que esto ha hecho que crease su agencia de marketing internacional y haya recibido numerosos y muy variados premios, entre ellos Mejor Sitio Web de Turismo, Mejor Agencia Digital y Empresario del año 2018. Así que damos directamente la bienvenida y su ponencia, vamos a ver que la tenemos por aquí, su ponencia, ¿por qué debemos usar el vídeo en marketing turístico? O cómo el vídeo puede potenciar tu marca con cualquier presupuesto. Le damos la bienvenida.
Good morning, everyone. If you haven't told by the accent already, I am Scottish. This is English I am speaking, okay, so hopefully you understand. So my talk is going to be why you should use video within tourism. For me, video is hands down the best marketing tool you can use. I use it extensively in my own business as well as a lot of our clients as well. So we are going to show you some examples. I'm going to show you, go through some of the processes of what we do in terms of video and how you can do that on any budget in terms of filming on your smartphone all the way through to using a professional and the different types of ideas you can do with between those sort of formats. So what will you learn in this presentation? Why video is so important. I'm going to give you some ideas of what you can do with video on any budget whatsoever. And I'm also going to give you what I call a content pyramid, and where I take one video and create 65 pieces of content from that one video across multiple platforms. So I'm going to explain how I do that as well. So to give you a bit of background on me, why I've been asked to speak here is I have 26 years. I know I don't look that old, but I have 26 years of industry knowledge in terms of brand development and marketing. The past 13 years, I have been running the tourism marketing agency. We started up as more of a web development company with some marketing on the side, but we've soon realized that marketing is where we wanted to be, and that's where we moved fully into marketing, and we actually sold the website side of the business off. We have worked with some amazing brands and continue to do so, including Julia Travel and Greyline, who are the oldest and largest sightseeing company in the world. Most of our customer base, although we're based in the UK, is actually international. About 80% of our customer base is international. So that gives me and my team really great insights in how destinations tick and how tour operators tick, which is a good chunk of our business. So I also do a lot of videos myself in terms of our own marketing. I have produced over 200 videos in terms of offering free marketing advice, and you can get that on a Facebook group that I hold called the Digital Tourism Show. So first I want to start off by telling you a true story, and the point of this story will come apart, hopefully. It's actually a personal story to me. So I have always had a love of all things Japanese. I have loved it since a little boy. My father, it sort of spurred on from reading one of my father's books. He used to subscribe to a book club, and one of the books was all about Japanese culture and samurai history. On reading that book, I instantly fell in love with the whole idea of wanting to go to Japan, the whole idea of the culture, the people, and everything from that. So around 10, 11 years ago, before me and my wife wanted to start a family, we decided we want to go on one big trip before that happened, because anyone with kids knows if you have kids, that pretty much stops for a good few years. So we decided that Japan was going to be the place. So we decided we wanted to go for 2 weeks. And we started searching on Google on the places we wanted to see and who could take us, because we wanted to be on a guided tour at that time, because we wanted to be shown around to the best places possible. From a quick Google search, we found one company, and the reason why we chose that company is simply because of the content blew us away. It showed that company really took care of the content that they were writing. It installed trust in us to then trust that company. And a lot of that content was down to video. One video in particular was from a tour guide called Tyler Palmer. That tour guide's video spoke to us in many, many ways, and we instantly phoned up that company, because this was pre-booking stages, so we had to use the phone. So we phoned up the company and said, look, this is what we want to do. We want to go for 2 weeks. We want to do it guided. But on the back of that video, we extended our stay to a month. We did 2 weeks guided, and 2 weeks we traveled around Japan ourselves. And that was all off the back of one piece of video marketing. So that company made more money from us because of that one video. And not just that, because the tour guide, it just helped draw you in with the stories he was telling, and that's what it's all about, it's the stories that you tell. And tour guides, in my opinion, are some of the best people to do that in front of video. One of the things that he highlighted was to climb Mount Fuji. Now, me and my wife were fit, but we're not the fittest people in the world. We thought, we're never going to climb Mount Fuji. That's never going to happen. We did. We got to the top over a day and a half with a sleepover, sort of 3/4 of the way up the mountain. Again, that's an experience that will be with me for the rest of my life, especially when we saw the sunrise at the top at 6 a.m. in the morning at the top of Mount Fuji. The reason why I'm telling this story is that would never have happened if we didn't watch that one video. That's how powerful video marketing can be. That's how much it can spur people on to then do things they never thought possible. So, no, storytelling, in my opinion, as I mentioned earlier, that is why I feel if you're going to present video in front of people who want to arrive at your destination, or if you're a tour operator and you want people to experience one of your products or your services, your tour guides, your staff, your customers are the best people to do that for you. Now, you do get some really great video, inspiring videos showing lots of fly-throughs of destinations and landscapes, but ultimately, do they really tell a story? Your tour guides, your staff, your customers, they're the ones you should be using to tell your story more effectively, in my opinion. So why is video so important? Well, it helps build a brand's reputation, or helps build trust in that brand. So that should be a given. If you're doing really good content and you're doing really good video, it helps build that trust and builds up the brand's reputation. But it also builds lasting relationships. Now, I mentioned there in my story that the tour guide Tyler Palmer, who incidentally met us at the airport when we arrived in Japan. So what that did is because we saw the tour guide on the video, when we arrived at the airport, it was like meeting a friend, because you already had that mental image in your head of who this person was. So it broke the ice instantly. So again, that was another good reason why using tour guides. But the fact that it built a lasting relationship is we're still friends on Facebook. He has just started a family himself. He has 2 kids now. And that, again, was all off the back of that one video. We have recommended that company to countless others. I'm still speaking about it today. That company has benefited from that one video because they have made so much more from us in terms of the referral business that we have given them. And we do want to go back ourselves once our kids are a little bit older and see other parts of Japan we didn't get to see. So again, all off the back of one video. Some stats. I don't like throwing a lot of stats out here, but I'm going to throw a couple at you now. The average user watches around 32 videos per month on social media. Now, 79% of travelers will search YouTube for travel ideas, but 67% of them still have not selected a destination when they search on YouTube. They're looking for inspiration. And again, that's where video comes in amazingly well, works amazingly well to entice them. But there's one stat that it blows me away, and it's this. People will process information in a video 60,000 times faster than they will with written form. So think about that for a second. That is, if you are running a business, a tour business, and you've got some great video content on the website, that is someone booking your product or going to your destination 60,000 times faster than they would do by reading information. That information to read is still vitally important, but that's what a video can do, 60,000 times faster. So video ideas that you can do on any budget. Now I'm going to show you a couple of examples here. A couple of them are done on a phone, so very quick. And another one is showing you a professional video, but in a slightly different way. So obviously, filming on your smartphone. Now the example I'm going to show is from a tour guide called Didi, who does tours within Iceland, a beautiful part of the world. But they filmed a little film series on their smartphones. But the thing I love about this video is it shows, one, the tour guide, and it shows you why they love what they do, but also gives you little bits of insight into their culture as well. I'll just quickly show you the video. Oh, don't have any audio. Do we have audio? Audio's disappeared. Hopefully we'll get some audio back in a sec. If not, we'll just say what it says. I'll just talk about what it says. So Didi is basically explaining, against the background of a popular site within Iceland, she's basically saying how they don't have the word in Icelandic for please. The closest word for please in Iceland is basically do it. Because they're Vikings, they don't say please, and that's the sort of thing she's trying to get across. Again, it's just trying to show a little bit of the culture. Didi was actually the tour guide. Funnily enough, was the tour guide that took us around Iceland as well. So again, broke that ice, and she was so funny. She was a great, great guide. But again, using her in videos was fantastic, and they'd made a little video series of these. There was more of them, so... No, still don't have any audio. That's okay. I'll skip to the next part. Using sort of tourist and customer videos within your marketing. No, for helping other customers picture themselves in the minds of or in the shoes of someone else, having video and using video from your customers is, in my opinion, one of the best things you can do because it seems more genuine to another customer or a potential customer. So I don't know if we'll have audio in this one, but this video, and I am not a videographer or a producer in any way. This is actually a home video that I took in time in Barcelona with my family. But I filmed this on a GoPro, and it was using the GoPro's camera grip, so it makes you look as if your footage is gliding along a rail. But this is the type of footage customers can produce. Again, it seems more genuine if you do use video like this. So I'm just going to show you a quick example. Don't worry, I won't bore you with the whole family video, but I'll show you a quick example of what it shows. Hopefully we'll have some sound now. No. So again, this was us day 3 in Barcelona. The whole thing was filmed on a GoPro, as I said, and it was just basically over time. There's actually a music track to this. I basically just quickly edited all this together. The music track I downloaded from a stock library, a little bit of sort of hip hop sort of music track, and it works. Fortunately, you can't hear it, but it works very well with the video. But again, using customer videos, showing someone a day in the life of a bus tour in a particular country or whatever that be in a destination. There's my wee boy. So again, it just using your customer videos and letting people see what they can experience as well is a vital part, in my opinion, of tourism marketing. It should be used within any sort of marketing as well. But again, that was all filmed on a GoPro, so not using very expensive equipment at all. Just a shame you don't hear the audio at the moment, but I'll skip to the next part. Obviously, hire an expert, use an expert videographer, as I call them. But using video, which I'm about to show you, in fact, you don't need much audio for this, but this was Greyline's website. And one of the things I say, and one of the things we tested out when it came to video, was actually using video itineraries on a product page. So when someone comes to your a product, for example, if you're a tour operator, actually having a large banner at the top where someone can see in the video what they're experiencing. And it was more of a professional video. It had a voiceover, and it actually explained what that person would see in that destination. It was a beautiful video with nice drone shots flying through some of the landscapes of Iceland. But when we did a test, we had the page with just photographs, and we had the page with video. And the one with video, they actually got, their bookings increased by about 80% just by having the video on the page and having a good quality itinerary video, as I call them, on the page. So to me, having something like that is, if you're going to get extra bookings, if you're going to get more people visiting your destination, to me, this is something that all product pages should have a video of some sort of description on the product pages. I don't know if I'm coming back. That's all right. Nothing to see here, nothing to see. No, there's no audio in that one. It's okay, it's fine. That was the last example anyway. But again, it's showing you a lot of landscapes, but again, that increased bookings by about 80%, because it was really showing and highlighting the country, what that person was going to experience on the Golden Circle Classic Tour. And if you haven't been to Iceland, you need to visit. It's such a beautiful, beautiful part of the world. But the trick with any marketing is there is no right and wrong. It's to use a mixture of all these different methods. No, sometimes you want to film in your smartphone. Sometimes you have to film your smartphone. You want to film in the moment. Other times you can use your customer videos or use your tour guides. Arm them with phones, arm them with GoPros, and get them out there producing video using the resources you have in any destination, or hire an expert to create one for you. There is no right and wrong. As long as it tells a good story and gets across what you're trying to do, that's the most important thing. So a couple of ideas to sort of take away, and this is some ideas that we recommend to our own customers. So obviously creating a video series with your tour guides, as I've explained, is vitally important because they can help sell your products. The one thing I would say is if a tour guide cannot convey across on video the story of your destination, they probably shouldn't be a tour guide. So they are some of the best people who should be able to tell your story. Itinerary videos, as I just mentioned, having an itinerary video on each product page, destination page to sell that destination, to sell that product, for me is a must because it has been proven to increase bookings and increase people arriving in a destination. Destination videos. This is more for tour operators because tour operators tend to focus on the products they're trying to sell. They should also be creating videos about their destination and about other things within the destination that is around them, not just specifically about their product. Because as we saw in the stats, 67% of people don't know which destination they want to go to. So even the tour operators should be creating destination-specific videos, in my opinion. An expert video series. Now, this is similar to the tour guide videos. But if you are, say, I come from Scotland, we have many experts in whiskey, probably half the population, but we have many experts in whiskey. So if you can find an expert in your destination to talk about a particular subject, create a video series of them. Because if you're famous for whiskey or whatever that would be, having them create a video series and talking about whiskey tasting notes and which food goes well with whiskey or anything along those sort of lines, doing a video series along that will help build up people's trust in a particular brand or a destination, or want people to entice them to come to a destination. Use experts as much as you can and get them to provide content that they can put onto video and in written form as well. And customer videos, as I've just said, people have smartphones. These things record in 4K video. You can use customer videos. If they're filming in GoPros, use your customer. They are the most genuine sort of video that you can use in your marketing because, like as I said, people can picture themselves in that person's shoes, and that is the best form of marketing. So creating a content pyramid. So this is where I advise in taking one video and creating multiple streams of content from it across multiple channels. So first step, you would have a 2 to 3 minute video. 2 minutes, I would say, is the sweet spot. But have a 2 to 3 minutes video, which can go across Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, your blog, whatever that would be. Then you can create, say, 2 1-minute videos, 2 to 3 30-second videos, and 5 15-second videos from that video. Again, going across the various platforms. Just be sure that you don't just post directly on these platforms with the videos that you're doing. They should be tailored. The content should be tailored for the platform that you're using. So Instagram, make your videos square. Instagram stories, they should be portrait, whatever they're going to be. But even the written content around that should differ depending on the platform. From there, you can create, say, take some still photographs from or screenshots from the video, put quotes on it, or even do animated GIFs, sort of little memes that you can get out there, all from that video as well. And depending on the type of video content that you're doing, say, for example, it's an expert guide series, you can then upload the audio to create audio podcasts as well. So between all these different formats and all these different videos that you're doing across all the different platforms, you roughly get around 65 pieces of content. So, and that's from one video. So you can basically use one video to create a whole stream of marketing content that you can get out there over the weeks and months that you're doing. But as I say, it all comes down to story. Without story, you have nothing to tell. No one will listen. You have to tell a good story in your videos. And again, whether that's through staff, whether that's through your guides, whether that's through customers, whatever it would be, it has to tell a story. If all you're doing is showing a video of landscapes, that's not going to entice anyone. You'll see some pretty pictures, but it's not going to entice them to come and visit your destination. They want to see an experience. They want to be told a story. And that is what sells a destination or a product. And that's me. If you want any more advice, sorry, shameless plug, I am writing a book. So I'm writing a book called Lookers into Bookers, which will offer more marketing advice in terms of video as well as other marketing advice. So you can get that at the link there. And thank you. Anybody get any questions? If you understood what I said. No, my job is done. Oh.
How do you get the customer video?
Customer video, that's a good question.
Where do you get the customer videos from?
The best way to get customer videos, especially if you're a tour operator, even if you're a destination, you can do this as well, is to simply run a competition. Run a competition for people to upload their videos of their time at that destination. When they do that, that will allow you to obviously have it in a small print that you can then use that to use in any future marketing that you're putting out. For them to do that, you maybe want them to offer them a trip back to your destination and give them an all-expenses paid sightseeing tour or whatever that would be. Now, some people might say, oh, well, I don't want to go to the expense of that, but if you then think, well, the amount of video that you're going to gain from that, hopefully, in terms of what you can use for future marketing, not just for one video for that competition, but for many other videos that you can do in the future, a competition is one of the best things you can do.
Especially now in time of these data protection craziness.
GDPR, everything else.
How many lawyers do you need behind this? To
No, none really. Obviously, if your terms and conditions are clear, basically saying that you are uploading video, you're giving us permission to use your content for this and future marketing, you'll be covered. So, the only thing caveat on that is you just need to make sure, because I know it differs depending on the country you're in. If people are filming in a destination and you've got lots of other people in the background, I know in the UK I think you're allowed, once you get past 5 people you can use it, but if it's a smaller number of people you have to get permission, but it depends on your country, but that'd be the only little caveat I would say. But most of the time it'll be fine, to be honest. Anything else? No? Well, thank you guys, I think that's us. Thank you.